What's going on, y'all? Today we're just gonna get right into it. We're going to be replacing this with an actual functioning vent. I picked up a 2024 Elantra vent conversion kit, and I literally found no videos online telling me how to replace the 2024 one. I'm pretty sure it's the same as 2020, the pre-facelift 2023, 2022, but I wanted to make a video on the newest one, because the most recent video on any of them, the only one video I found on the internet even, was the one by Patty Boy. So shout out to him. I'm going to be using his video as a guide, but I wanted to make one myself because I feel like there should be more out there. Considering that Shark Racing, which is where I got the conversion kit from, they don't send any instructions. Like, let me show you what they sent me. This is all I got. No instructions, no nothing, just this. No stickers even. How dare they not give me stickers? So Shark Racing, I don't like that. I don't like how you didn't put instructions. Even in the description you put there's no instructions. Look up the YouTube video, like installing what is it? I'm blacking out here. The air vent conversion kit installation on YouTube. That's terrible, because the only one I found, I was expecting to find a lot of them, so I was like, oh, okay, so there must be so many. The only one I found was the one by Patty Boy, and that's the one. So if he were to delete his video, I'd be screwed buying this product. So I don't like that. So we're gonna be installing this. This is the ducting right here. This goes right in the console, so we're gonna have to remove the console, and we're also gonna have to remove the console because we gotta add, you know, the actual vent, which the ducting goes right in there. All right, don't mind the messiness over here. I gotta clean. But first step is gonna be, we're gonna be at the console. Open up the console storage area, or the armrest cover, I guess. And in here, there's gonna be a little mat down here. On the 2024 ones, there's a little like notch here that you can actually use to help pull up. I don't know about the pre-facelifts that they have that, but if not, just use a trim, like removal tool, or like a wedge to get that out. And in here is going to be two 10mm bolts. I believe they're 10 millis, I hope, because that's all I brought with me, and yes, they are. So we're going to remove that. All right, there we go. We got out both of the bolts. They're just right here. Make sure you have like a bag or something to sort these in. I forgot, so I'm gonna try and my best to not forget which ones I used. But it's a new day, so my outfit kind of changed, but you know, I'm still doing the same steps. But anyway, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this part. All we gotta do is pretty much just pry this open. Right, a little aggressive, but something like that. And we just gotta get this screw right here, as that's just a standard Phillips. Okay, so as you can see, the screw is now gone. We don't need to get to this one. We only need to get this one to take off the console, so don't even worry about that. Now I'm gonna go on the other side, because we're gonna take this plastic piece off. Not the whole thing, just like the top piece. So we're pretty much just gonna be taking off this piece. You can use like a trim tool or a Phillips head, or not Phillips, a flat head if you want. Try not to damage it. It's just held on by clips. You can literally just pull up with your hand if you really wanted to try. I'm gonna use my little trim tool here. I would show you on camera, but it's just hard to hold the camera while also doing it at the same time. All right, literally not even 10 seconds later, I got it off. I just went with my trim removal tool up here, pulled on it, and kind of used my thumb to just pry it up, and this part popped up, and then the bottom part was still on. All I did was just pull up, and it just came right off. So then the next thing we got to do is we got to take off, basically take out the shifter entirely, as well as like the base of it too. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so how I am going to get this little shift boot off with the trim piece, I'm gonna put it in the neutral, pull up, and that will give the shifter knob off, as well as this base of it as well. To get this trim piece off, I'm just gonna go under and kind of just pull up, and hopefully that works. All right, yeah, got it. That was pretty simple. Seemed pretty easier that time than the first. All right, and then I can go under here and I can actually pull up the trim piece. I'm gonna do it off camera because, again, one hand. All right, gang, so I could not get this piece off. Like, I got everything clipped around, unclipped, I guess. I got that off, but once it came to right here, I was pulling and pulling and pulling. I didn't want to break it, so I just put it back to the way it was. But I honestly don't think we need to take this completely off. There is a connector under here. So what I plan on doing is, once we get the console to be able to be lifted up, I hope I'll be able to get the connector that's right here. But basically all we have to do is get rid of this little Phillips head, and I think that's the only screw in here for the DCT version, at least. I think the manual has two screws that you do. So we're gonna get that out, and then also on the sides here, there's a Phillips head there, and then on the other side there's one over there as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and unscrew those. All right, so now the screws are unscrewed, and I'm pretty sure this little piece here, this little trim, can come up now. So just take like a, I'm just gonna take mine here, but take like a trim removal tool, or just use, your fingers and slowly get them up. I guess don't be too hard on it, don't break the clips. If you feel like it's gonna snap, then stop and try and just work around it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that up. So as I'm yanking and pulling, my dumb butt realizes there's a Phillips screw right there that I forgot to take out. Make sure you take this out before yanking on it and pulling. But regardless of that, how I did it, how I pretty much got this almost off, was I just went from the side here, cracked it open until I heard the first clip, I guess, unclip, and then I used my tool to kind of go across this back area right here, and just clipped up, and then once I put a little bit of force in it, it pretty much went like this. So once we remove this Phillip, I'll be able to get this whole thing off. Okay, so in my hand here, I got the console out. So we do have to remove these little like electrical cables, so remove that and remove that one right there. And I think I'm pretty sure we have to remove this one as well. I think we may, I don't know. Actually, is that connected to anything? It may not be, I don't know. I'll let y'all know in a second, hold on. All right, so I went ahead and unplugged that piece I was unsure to unplug. I recommend unplugging it so then the console, or like the top part of the console, isn't connected to this and you have to put it on the floor or something. I just put mine in the trunk for now. So we are almost done with removing it. So the next thing we have to do is we have to actually remove these two screws right here, and that will allow us to pretty much get rid of these side walls, and it would only have this piece left, which we'll be able to lift up and finally basically pull out. And this is the piece that we finally need to get the vents on, and then we can access the ducting in the middle here, where this is pretty much where we're going to put it. And then down here, hopefully my mic isn't messed up, down here is where the ducting is going to connect to, which I believe, if I'm right, yeah, this is closed. It's closed off, so we're actually gonna have to drill a hole in there, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But I'm gonna go ahead and basically do everything I said, so I'll be right back. I have to mention there's also a screw right here, right next to the one over here. It's the alternative one to this one that we did at the start. Make sure to remove this one and remove this screw right here. We weren't able to reach that with the I guess the trim of the gear shift knob in the way. In the manual version, I think you can actually see this one. That's why I said there was two screws. I wasn't sure if there was two or one for the DCT, but it is two. It's just that the DCT one, you can't see that one. The manual one, I guess, is big enough to where you'd be able to see this. So I make sure to remove this as well. All right, so as I was doing it, disconnect this. I know this video is all over the place. This really isn't the tutorial. I'm just really just trying to help people out, I guess, while I'm doing it myself. I'm learning to remove this, because this piece is actually connected to I guess this whole big thing right here. So just disconnect this, which should be as simple as that. Yeah, and I think now we can finally remove this. I found removing this big piece first was actually easier than removing these pieces first, because now that that's out the way, I could literally just move it back and pick it up, and there you go. Same thing for this side. I don't know if I can do this with the camera in my hand, but pretty much the same thing for this end. And this is pretty much what it looks like with the whole center console removed. It looks pretty gnarly, you know, weight deduction. If you were to get the Alcantara handbrake, this is how you'd, you know, remove the console to get to that piece. As well as if you were to, I guess, install like a specific like gearbox or shifter, if you want to change that, I don't know, however you want to do it. I don't think anyone has with this vehicle, but you know, this is how you get there. So it's not too much work. It's just a lot of screws and a lot of playing around with the plastic until you finally can get it off. But yeah, I noticed that this piece, when I was yanking on it earlier to show y'all how easy it was to get off, the left one was pretty, or sorry, the right one was pretty easy. The passenger side one was pretty easy. This one, the driver's side, I guess this one was actually notched on by this clip, which is connected to, it's not even connected, it's more just on like this like little bolt over here, and all you do is just kind of push it back and it pops out. It pops right out. And the same thing for this side. I noticed it was kind of clinging on to the side, like kind of over here. Just yank it a little bit, and it's the same. It's the same clip. It's literally this. It's just very tiny, which I'm about to find out where that came off from. I think it might have been right here somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, very easy. So now we're gonna actually get to the fun part, which is putting it back together with the new vent installed. Let me go grab that. All right, once you got it off, you can flip it around and look in the inside, and there's gonna be some clips in here that you literally just need to depress. I think that, I believe there is 1, 2, and then there's 3, 4, and I think there's 2 more at the bottom. So I think there's 6 clips in total that you need to either, is it 6 actually? I don't know. I think it's actually, it actually might be 4 clips, but you're basically just gonna depress the clips, and this should come like right off. I am gonna make sure to remove this part, because this is where the USB or not USB, USB type C port goes. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. All right, gang, so I was able to do it. I know this is a weird angle, but I don't have like a table to put this on. I'm really outside. So to put it on, I just took this off. I really only just depressed these 2, and then the other ones, it kind of just came off as I took it off in one swoop motion. And then to put this one on, I was using a lot of pressure to kind of like push it together on one side, but I found it easier just to actually just beat it on once you get one clip on, and it all comes on. So this is just a little plastic piece I haven't taken off yet, but yep, that's what it looks like. So now we got to put in the ducting, so let me go grab that. All right, as for the ducting, before I grab it, I wanted to say I'm actually gonna go ahead and drill a hole in this, because this ducting here, this is where it's supposed to go, connects to this, and this is where the air comes from. Hyundai was really funny, thought it was a nice joke to not make this functional. I guess to free some weight, which is like, you know, like half a pound worth of weight. But anyway, as you can hear, that's blocked off. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole in this with a, I'm gonna use a hole saw for this. I don't really know what's better. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'll just cut to me installing it. All right, this is what the gang is using today, because this is all I got. So I'm just gonna put it in here and drill. Alright, so here's the ducting right here. This is pretty much just gonna go. Let me see if I can get the angle of this right. Oh my god. Ugh. Actually, maybe better if I go at it from this angle. Kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And hold on, I gotta figure out how this is gonna fit, bro. Okay, so it's best to come at it from like this type of angle, get over the shifter, and then this fits right in there, and it kind of goes around the handbrake here, and it just fits just like so, just like that. And then the little vent go right here, and it'll be connected. There is also like little connectors here, not these, but it fits right on these little things right here. So you just pull that down or push that down, and it goes right in, like so. Alright, so now you pretty much just put everything on, but in reverse order. So I'll go ahead and put on the vent first, of course. Well, actually, you want to put on the side panels first, and then the vent, and then, you know, continue from there. But overall, I think that went pretty well. I couldn't show y'all my saw job, but it was very subpar, but air should flow by. I put 2 holes in it just in case, just, you know, more airflow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I'll show the after of it being put on and working. So yeah, something I want to remind y'all, because I feel like I'm gonna hate myself if I don't. Make sure to put this connector back in when you unplug it from the original arm or no vent thingy, the armrest thingy. Make sure you just plug this back in, because this is your, again, this is your Type-C connection. Okay, so remember when I said I couldn't get this part off, the gear shifter trim. So I'm really glad that I didn't keep pulling, because this actually is screwed on, so I could have broke this. Don't do what I did and try and yank it out. You don't even need to take off the trim. You really just need to take off the boot, and then once you get off this whole piece, you'll be able to get to all the connectors. Speaking of connectors, please make sure to connect everything the way it was before. That goes for the USB-C port on this. That goes for the connector here, the connector there, and the connector that I'm gonna put here, which is the one I mentioned before, this one. So yeah, all this is pretty easy to put back on once, you know, you've taken it all off. All right, that was the last bolt. We are done. We are finally done. Now we can see if this actually works. So moment of truth, hopefully my holes were long enough, were big enough. Why is this so out of focus? What is going on? Anyway, all right, let's see. I have it set to like the mid area, mid-range, like up to my chest. So let's see if I feel it at all. Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh yeah, we feel it. Oh yeah, we feel it all right. Now, I did just see a piece of plastic just I saw a piece of plastic just fly out. That's from the grinding. So hopefully as I have this on, all that will get out. I try to get most of it out the best I can, but you know, of course, that's not happening. But it seems like it's working pretty good. I mean, I can feel it like a lot. Let me see what the maximum setting would feel like. I just hit my hip against the door. That really hurt, but all right, let's see what the max is. Dude, that feels really good. Like, I didn't expect I'd feel it this much. That feels really nice. And it's well, it's not as cold because the car was, you know, sitting, but it is nice and cool. I want to test if I have it just at the feet. Am I gonna feel it? Oh, I argue actually, you feel it more when it's at the feet. Like a lot more when it's at the feet. Wow. You feel it a lot. Let me feel down here, make sure it didn't take a lot. No, it didn't take a lot of it. I still feel it at my feet, same amount as before. So maybe the combo here would be to do both feet and chest if you have a passenger in the back, because then they feel the most and then you feel the most up here. Yeah, it's really nice. Let me see if I still feel the air from up here. Yeah, dude, that's really nice. So, okay, so when it's at the chest, you definitely feel it more up here in the front side. When it's you still feel it in the back, like just like enough. But when it's at the feet, it feels really nice. So if you just combo that with both, yeah, that will get air circulating throughout the car way faster. That's super nice. This is a good upgrade. If you're thinking about doing it, don't be scared about setting the console, tearing the console apart. I mean, you saw me do it. It did take me, as you can see, it did take me a good amount of time to do it, because I started this video, it was like 3 o'clock, so it did take me about almost 3 hours. But that's because I was just inexperienced. That's all that was, and I was just moving slow. And I wasn't trying to break anything. I had to put this piece back on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The phone charges, we're good. It's perfect. This is perfect. It looks great, functions great. You can also close it. I do notice, probably once I start driving, I'll notice it more back here, but there is the plastic things coming out of it. So for the first couple times you have it on, if you did the saw and you don't clean it out proper like I didn't, you're gonna have pieces fly out as this gets more pressure going through it. So if you're driving, more air is coming through, so it's probably gonna, you know, pop out more. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully this helped out somebody else out there. I know there's already a video out on it. Again, shout out to Patty Boy, he helped me out make this one. But I just wanted to make another one because there's literally only one out there. You know, that's crazy to me. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, later.